What is so ancient only an internet veteran can remember? Board.com. Signing up for a new email address and the username not already being taken. Glorious times. I took like every free email with my first name and my first name and surname combination, which was a mastermind move when I was 12. Sucks to be whoever has the same name as me though. Same. I forgot the passwords for many of them, but I was able to recover them all. When we used to risk getting viruses just to get cool cursors. Or smileys for your instant messenger like AIM, MSN, or Yahoo Messenger. All links were underlined. And blue. If you were printing a website, better strip the formatting first. If going on a long car journey, having to print off directions from MapQuest. And the first 3 pages were how to get out of your driveway. I don't think I'm emotionally prepared for this post. The top comment and top reply are already making me feel old. I'd how my parents' marriage survived the time my mom dropped the stack of directions printed from MapQuest on the passenger floorboards and got it all out of order. Counters on web pages. When doing research online, wow, this site has had 300,000 people visit, the information must be legit. I was taught in school that you could check the credibility of a website based on the counter. We made a website with one of those free tools when I was in middle school to do some charity project. I don't recall the details, but we added a counter and set it to something like 103,476 visitors to start with, so people who managed to stumble on this website might find it legit. Then we made it increment by 10 every time a person visited, so that if they came back or refreshed the page it seemed like there was a lot of traffic. It worked well because the teachers believed it and we got a good grade. Lol. You used your powers for good. Me and my friends made a website that was nothing but a bunch of Google AdSense ads and congregated at our friend's house to take shifts clicking all of the ads, disconnecting from 56K, dialing back into 56K to establish a new IP address, click all the ads, etc. all night long. We got our payout counter up to like $450. A few days later Google called our friend's dad because it was his account. He explained the situation and Google banned him for life. That's the truly wild part. Google had customer service. Most people only use Google as the consumer. When you're a business user it's a whole different story. ICQ. I can still sound it and remember my ID number. Encarta. Anyone else remember that trivia game built into Encarta, where you had to answer trivia questions to get through this castle where everyone was basically frozen creepily into place and couldn't be freed unless you made it to the end? You mean Mind Maze? Young nerdy me loved that game. Real Player. Also, uninstalling Real Player. Yeah. And QuickTime. Reminds me of those postage stamp sized movies at 6 FPS. Shockwave. Not being able to play Flash games until the Flash player had been updated. Having to update Flash Player every time you turn the computer on. Fucker updated hourly and never got any better. It's like me if I was an app. Playing pool in Yahoo chat rooms. I used to love that pool game on Yahoo. Wasted loads of time on that. Oh man, my buddy and I would play Yahoo pool for hours every day after school while simultaneously grinding on RuneScape together back in junior high/high school. Dude lived like 2 blocks away and we spent more time playing games online than hanging out in person. A fella tried to groom me from Yahoo Games when I was 7. He even managed to add me on MSN before my mom found out, and I had a stern teaching about what a sexual predator is. Ah, memories. A/S/L? Making AOL away messages in the funky fonts and colors. And those MIDI sound files that played on a loop. And those dress-up dolls. It would take ages to download all of those images. Remember desktop themes? Changing all your icons, mouse pointer, computer sounds, etc., to images and sounds from, like, Dr. Katz, professional therapist or whatever. Having to physically carry your computer around to a friend's house if you wanted to play multiplayer. Lugging my 21 monitor to LAN parties was brutal. Kids these days with their Featherlight gaming laptops will never know the pain of carrying your beige MIDI tower in one arm, beige CRT monitor in the other, bag full of wires and peripherals hanging from your teeth. And balls. Don't forget your balls. Actually having to switch on the internet. Opening the shortcut, typing password and clicking connect and then waiting for the dubstep music to finish. Man, I remember moving into the dorms my freshman year in 2000 with an Ethernet connection for the first time. You mean I'm like, already on the internet? What? Dialing into the bulletin board. Edit, holy crap, this blew up. Yeah, I'm sorry but I cannot reply to this many comments lol. Thank you for the awards. I'm aware this is not technically the internet, but it was a precursor and one of the things that made the internet possible. Much love. Yeah. BB Singh. I'm glad I'm not the only one that remembers doing that. Those that don't know, that was pre-internet where you had to dial each site individually. Now that is old school. Such great times at the beginning of everything. Experienced it all after that, from free trials to Prodigy, AOL, and getting a subscription to our first ever local dial-in ISP in 1995, which was run by one guy and was buggy as hell and down half the time. Like BBS's, the ISP had to provide a local number access point where you didn't have to pay long distance charges, and we lived in a tiny town where we could only call 2 cities of 30-50k locally, where I discovered IRC and kept using it till around 2012. Met my ex-husband over IRC and my current husband is the real-life friend of an IRC friend since 1998, who I first met in person in 2013. I mostly played the text MMO, Legend of the Red Dragon. It was incredible. My first RPG, I even managed to find a real live fake wife. I was also the only person I've ever met to actually beat the game after grinding away in all my spare time for months. Before I went to battle the Red Dragon, I somehow lucked upon a user expansion town and thought it might be a good idea to stash all my gear, money, etc. there in case I died. Turns out when you kill the Red Dragon, it resets the entire game, for everyone, and your name is broadcast to every player to let them know who saved the world. Thing is, my storage in the expansion town was unaffected, so to my delight I was able to grab my high-level gear and cash and quickly get back to battling the Red Dragon and resetting the world again, after of course stashing everything in the expansion town again. I beat the game like 5 times in the space of a few weeks and no one liked me anymore lol. I retired, satisfied at my mastery. Great game though, always thought it could be a cool modern remake, not sure if it was popular enough to hit that nostalgia sweet spot or not, but I'd buy it on principle. Telnet to production. Netscape. Netscape Navigator and Netscape Communicator. ICQ. And that alert when you got a message. Winamp. It really whips the Lamas ass. So much time perfecting skins. So much time perfecting skins honestly that's kind of one of the things I miss the most about old internet, everything was unique down to the individual user. Flashing marquees, neon text on a different neon color background, dancing GIFs everywhere. The entire internet had this cobbled together look like an old alley in Hong Kong. Now everything looks the same, like digital urban sprawl. The entire internet had this cobbled together look like an old alley in Hong Kong. Damn, that is the perfect image to describe what it was like. Yep. I miss those personal wwws, blogs, fandoms, where everything was free and full of content made by passionate users. Now everything is clickbaity, self-promoting shit that's swallowed and puked from website to website. I still use Winamp. People who own large digital music collections, as opposed to StreamOn or Spotify, what else do you use as a simple media player? I have over 50k songs and I use MusicBee, and once I started using it maybe 7 to 8 years ago, I never turned back. It's awesome. So many skins, too. Very customizable. Having to be invited to Gmail. I still use the email address from my original invitation. OMG yes. I forgot about that. I do remember having to invite it to Facebook. I remember getting in a fight with my then boyfriend because he wasn't sure if I was worthy of one of his Gmail invites. He's long gone but still using that account. Lamau. The creepy dancing baby. Putting a music CD into the computer to check out the extras only for it to load way too slow to do anything with. The limited edition Deftones album White Pony had a little game on it. I had forgotten all about that, thanks for reminding me. Comment removed by moderator middle.9mo. Ago. Old websites written in a notepad file with basic HTML using tables for spacing/formatting and images that took forever to load. This included lower than lo-fi MIDI audio files that auto-played when the site loaded and WebRing affiliation links at the bottom of the page. People thought making a personal page look professional meant it looked like a newspaper column with a table of contents link list on the left side and traditional Roman numeral style list. Don't forget the counter. Having to clean the gunk out of your trackball mouse with your fingernail. I am so glad I don't have to boil eggs for the new mouse balls anymore. Really had to boil them a long time to get that good gray color and rubbery texture. MUDs. Multi-user domain/dungeons. They were the text-only precursors to games like WoW and EverQuest. Hamster dance is one I think of a lot. When Amazon just sold books. You forgot the construction worker excavating GIFs and the under construction banner. Please sign the guest book. GeoCities was the shit. The mouse cursors with fancy trailing effects. The Vistore counter. Anybody remember web rings? I went down many web ring rabbit holes back then. Lycos, NetZero, AOL, Angelfire, porn pop-ups everywhere on every site, people afraid of cookies, I love you virus, 56K modem noises. Peer-to-peer file sharing. Angelfire. I remember everyone, not everyone but Yiquim, having their own random web pages, eyes bombarded by animated GIFs, needing to turn speakers down before the pages loaded and the 8-bit songs started playing. Web rings. It was so fun and innocent back then. Blogs that weren't solely geared to promote the blogger/products, but honest personal thoughts and experiences. Floppy disks and CDs that came in the mail containing 500 free hours from AOL. One of my sister's friends decorated their dorm with those. They stuck them on the ceiling and had enough to cover the whole thing. It was interesting decor. This sounds like some shit a tech startup would do in a breakout room. A/S/L. I definitely inflated my A from 11 to 16 in the early days of ICQ. Using 16/F/Cali when I was really 11/F/middle of nowhere, because I just had to seem cool and sophisticated to everyone else in the chatroom. I really was 21/F/Cali and nobody believed me ever. Wanna cyber? I put on my robe and wizard hat. Of course this would become my highest voted comment. This should be its own entry. I was 8/F/Cali and unfortunately they very much believed me. I should not have been given the free reign on the internet that I had. I was 9/F/ and I used to tell people on Yahoo chat that I was 15/F and they'd hit on me and I had no idea. I remember someone, somehow, must have known I was underage, because they were asking me about exams and I didn't know what those were, so I pretended. I wish I knew what I said. Probably so obvious I was 9. Can't remember Mum's birthday, can still remember my IC number and I don't think I've used it in a decade. Skeptical. GeoCities. Angelfire. Tripod. Strong bad emails. Trogdor comes in the night. Burninating the countryside. Let me check emails. Heen Girl Squad. The system is down. Trogdor the Burninator. A few years ago, I made a Trogdor reference while washing dishes, and my husband had no idea what I was talking about, so I threw down the sponge, gathered the family around the lappy, and educated them. The kids liked it well enough. He didn't get it. Sigh. Burninating the countryside. Consummate V's. Guy wouldn't know majesty if it came up and bit him in the face. Strong bad. Alta Vista. And their Babelfish, the precursor to Google Translate. Ask Jeeves. I remember me and a friend using Ask Jeeves at school and thinking we had to type things in as questions. Second grade, our teacher polled the class what to ask Jeeves because we thought we only got one question. We went with, Jeeves, why is it called a pair of pants but not a pair of shirt? When the height of comedy was asking Jeeves if he was gay. I'm just very neat in particular. Waiting for the nude picture to slowly reveal itself because of the slow speed. Starting a 10-minute clip porn download on LimeWire before you left for school and still having to wait for it to finish when you got home. Then have your dad get mad BC of so many viruses on his computer. Oh, Captain Janeway. Juno email. Stickdeath.com. Flash animations of stick figures being killed in funny ways. Odin Force 22 middle.9 mo. Ago. Gopher. Neopets. Fuck, I forgot to feed my Neopets. They probably survived by eating their pit or its pit. Having to actually type out http://www before entering the website. OMG, that just unlocked a childhood memory. I used to get so annoyed when parents would type a website name into the search bar and look for the website link that way. I was like, why can't they just type out the whole website URL? Are they lazy? Rotten.com. A place that, at the time, had the unthinkable. Prior to that, you had an odd copy of Faces of Death VHS floating around. Steak on Cheese and Stilleproject were good ones too. Netscape Navigator. Web rings. Before search engines were any good, it was common for sites of a common theme to have links to the previous and next website in their group. Going into AOL chatrooms and saying, hey, they put a fireworks show into the chat. Hold Alt and hit F4 and you'll see it. Then watching as, one by one, chatroom participants disappeared. Asl? 16/F/Callie scratches my gray pubed old man balls. I used to go on an alt account called Advice Giving Chick and pretend to be 14/F/CA. Jokes on them, I was actually 14/M/CA and I gave terrible advice. Man, the shit we did just because we could. Internet used to be gold digging expeditions. It was such an adventure back then. AOL Tech Live support person here. The amount of times I had to answer why no fireworks and ask them to try again and let me know if it is fixed now just so I could laugh is pretty high. Literal villainy. The villain we deserve. The Harmacist. Dial-up. And that unforgettable tone sequence while connecting. Every time we logged on, a robot had to die. That was the heavy price we each paid in the before times. The screen loading horizontally. Bar by bar. BBBBTGRR, Ebr Bip Bip. Not enough Ka1. I remember sneaking downstairs in the middle of the night to play on the computer and the dial-up squealing so loud it woke up my mom. If you were going online, everyone in the house knew it. Dial-up tone. AIM, Kazaa before LimeWire after Napster. Tukaus, newsgroups, Napster. eBaum's World. Albino Black Sheep and Newgrounds were classic too. Albino Black Sheep was my shit. End of Z World. But I'm tired. Well, have a nap, then fire Z missiles. Edit, fix the nap line to the correct one. G.I. Joe. Pork chop sandwiches. Edit, I'm glad I was able to see those dubs at such a formative age. They're permanently burned into my brain so well I can hear and see each and every scene just from reading the lines. Absolutely brilliant. If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button for more content. I post every day and I'll see you next time with more stories.